Good day. We are here to present you our research paper entitled Green Practices of Event Management Enterprise in Batangas City. My name is Dr. Janina Krishabi Pulhin.
And I am Dr. Noela May Di Borbon from Lyceum of the Philippines, University, Batangas. With the recent issue on climate change and global warming, companies have been taking initiatives for protecting the environment. The tourism industry in particular has been gearing towards sustainability and its influence to the majority of the sector, especially the meetings, incentive, conference, and exhibition or the MICE sector. Green practices for the MICE industry could be categorized into energy efficiency, waste minimization, water consumption, and eco-procurement. Energy efficiency pertains to the utilizing of less energy to provide the same level of energy by means of a more efficient technology or process. Waste minimization is the set of processes and practices intended to reduce the amount of waste produced. Water consumption focuses on conserving the water through policies and action implemented by the organizers, suppliers, and even the attendees. Eco-procurement, on the other hand, involves developing supply chains that deliver goods in a way that minimizes the impact of the environment. These are the aspects or variables that have been studied in this study, which is the green practices in the events management. In the Philippines, particularly in the province of Batangas, there is a scarcity of knowledge as to the current status of the event management business with respect to their green practices implementation. It is the gap that the researchers wishes to fill in the conduct of this study. The main objective of the study is to assess the green practices of events management enterprise in Batangas City. More specifically, it aims to present the firmographic profile in terms of number of years in business, the market scope, the customer size, and the nature of event. To assess their green practices in terms of energy efficiency, waste minimization, water consumption, and eco-procurement. To test the difference on the responses when grouped according to profile, and as the output of the study to propose strategies for greening the meeting and events. Jumping into the result and discussion, Table 1 presents the firmographic profile of the MICE business that includes their years in business, market scope, customer size, and nature of event. As you can see, majority of the respondents are operating 1 to 8 years. That has a market scope of regional and a customer size of 251 to 500. And most of the respondents have the nature of event that is personal. Batangas province already have few established and well-known MICE business which had survived in the test of time. And that illustrates MICE industry in Batangas province is not only surviving, but more so thriving to the point that already being widely known, not only for the local residents, more so with the other tourists.
Table 2 presents the green practices in terms of energy efficiency, and the result shows that majority of the respondents are using energy efficient lights. There have also been companies that are looking into solar energy, specifically in areas that have access to sun rays more times of the day. The interest in these types of efficient and renewable energy sources have moved the event industry to the direction that enables them to not only save economically, but more so to assist the preservation of the environment. However, one area for improvement on energy efficiency is on electric meter readings before, during, and after the event for monitoring electricity usage to reduce consumption for future events. Electricity meter reading is not yet widely practiced in the event industry in Batangas, but can be beneficial both in the event business and in their guests if adopted, because it can help in monitoring and for continuous improvement on energy efficiency. In terms of waste minimization, One strength is on having the use of USB flash drive to reduce paper use and encourage reuse instead of disposal. In the events management, the respondents viewed that they practice paperless transaction with the use of USB flash drive and email instead of paper. This will save a lot of trees, thus truly a good green practice among the event enterprise. However, some of them are still using single-use disposable toiletries and packaging for foods. This may not be possible for those budget-friendly events, since using food-packed and disposable items will help them to be more time and cost-efficient. Using single-use disposable have been practiced for a long time. However, there are some recyclable containers that were being used already by some event enterprise. In terms of water consumption, one of the strengths is on avoiding the use of bottled water and the use of jugs of water or filtering and serving water in reusable bottles. There are even events promoting to bring their own water bottle or tumbler campaign, which is very evident to promote water conservation. And lastly, on eco-procurement, the majority of the respondents are using products that are sustainably sourced. For event enterprise, it is essential to consider to acquire products and services that are eco-friendly, especially that the world is facing global warming and climate change. Having this eco-procurement can contribute significantly in eliminating the negative effect of the event to the environment. The significant difference on the green practices when grouped according to the profile variable shows that findings reveal that those event management enterprises with below 9 years in business have significantly higher green practices in terms of energy efficiency, waste minimization, water consumption, and eco-procurement. It may be attributed to the greater consciousness and awareness of these practices amongst those that are just starting in their event business. Greening of events have only been introduced in the Philippines for the past decade, and these new practices can be easily adapted by those who are new to the business. It will also take time for the old-timers to change their ways and usual practices. In addition, with regards to the market scope, results shows that those event management enterprise with provincial market scope have significantly higher green practices compared to enterprise with regional and national market scope. For smaller market scope, they have this higher view on green practice as other scope, for they may be more aware on every detail pertaining to business green practices since they are just small in quantity. They also have greater knowledge on possible event suppliers that observe green practice within their province, unlike when their scope is on national level, wherein the clients may choose suppliers that are not yet environmentally friendly. In these situations, their influence in terms of decision-making when choosing event supplier will be more limited. The output of this research is a proposed action plan for improvement of green practices of event enterprise. We have chosen the key result areas of energy efficiency, waste minimization, water consumption, and eco-procurement that have found a weakness in terms of the result. Among the strategies that we proposed are electricity meter reading can be requested before, during, and after the event. This may be widely practiced by the event management venues and businesses. For waste minimization, in order to minimize waste of disposable items, they may use refillable containers for toiletries, water, and condiments. For water consumption, the event venues may employ rainwater harvesting for non-potable purposes such as gardening, toilet flush, and others. For eco-procurement, in order for the venues to be encouraged to adapt environmental practices, the event organizers may come up with a list of environmentally friendly suppliers and offer them as primary options to their clients. Now, in conclusion, majority of the respondents are operating for 1 to 8 years, has the market scope of regional with customer size of 251 to 500, and conducts personal events. It was also revealed that in terms of energy efficiency, waste minimization, and eco-procurement, this was sometimes practiced, while water consumption is seldom practiced by the event enterprise in Batangas. Findings revealed that those event management enterprise with below 9 years in business have significantly higher green practices in terms of all given variables. Event management enterprise with provincial market scope have significantly higher green practices. And finally, those with 500 or below customer size have significantly higher green practices in terms of energy efficiency and eco-procurement compared to enterprises with above 500. Our recommendation includes the following. First, the research recommends for the events enterprise to be more conscious on green practices. They may have a person in charge in their organization to monitor and evaluate regularly their green practices. For Batangas Wedding Events Professional being the official organization of events professionals in the province, they may conduct an annual training and seminar to create awareness and promote green practices among their members. And lastly, for the members of Batangas Wedding and Event Professionals, they may undergo professional development through the Asia Pacific Institute of Events Management through their certification program for continuous improvement and for the future researchers to conduct study on other variables since the study is limited only on green practices. They may conduct similar study more specifically in the area of corporate social responsibility among the events enterprise. And allow us to leave you with a saying from Anard Mahindra which says, sustainability has to be a way of life to be a way of business. So this is our research paper entitled Green Practices of Event Management Enterprise in Batangas City. Again, my name is Dr. Janina Krisha Bipolhin.
And I am Dr. Noela Midi Borbon from Lyceum of the Philippines University, Batangas, Philippines. Thank you and have a nice day.